Hi guys, welcome back to Frog Talk. Today we're going to be taking items we found at our local thrift store and transforming them into something new. We'll be working with this plaid shirt, this cream floral dress, this yellow floral dress, and this cute brown corduroy dress.
Alright, today I will show you how to make a vintage 1940s era inspired jumper and blouse out of a old t-shirt and an old plaid shirt. Of course, since this is a thrift flip, I got my plaid t-shirt from my local thrift store and I'm using an old bed sheet for the blouse. You can see here I have all of my pieces ready to go. For the thread, I'm using this bright red thread that matches the jumper, and so I am loading that onto my bobbin right now. The first step is to sew the shoulder seams together. For this tutorial, I am simply not really going to go into too much depth because I was following a pattern. Actually, some of the original patterns that were sold by Puzzle Company for the dolls, so I don't really have too many instructions to give. But you can kind of follow along with me during the process. But if you want, we can try and organize a separate tutorial for a later video. Once I'm finishing my shoulder seams, I will adjust my stitch to another stitch that will basically overlock it without an overlocker. It won't cut any edges off, but it will secure the raw edges. I repeated this step about 2 times and then I sewed them good side to good side, making a sandwich kind of, and then I overlocked the edges and then I will turn them inside out and iron them. Now that I have the top part of my top, I'm going to add the waistband like so, and then we will move on to sewing the skirt. Sewing the basic skirt is pretty easy. All you need to do is sew the side seams, then pleat where you need to pleat, and then attach to the waistband. For the blouse, I'm just using that old pillowcase to cut out my pieces and sew them together according to the directions. I attached the cuffs, and I also attached the collar. Be sure to sew down the side seams and also attach Velcro to the shirt. Next, I got this dress from the thrift store, and it's a very simple nightgown. It's really stretchy and it has a cute floral print design. I really wanted to turn this nightgown slash dress into some sort of shirt that I could wear. First, going to start off by cutting off the excess and marking where I want the shirt to lay. Tank top, nothing too fancy. But I wanted to add kind of like a little ruched effect to create a V neckline, and that's probably going to take something. I found this free sleeve pattern online, and so I decided to cut it out and use it as kind of a guide and template. Cut it out, and then I decided to make the sleeves longer, so I just added some extra fabric on the bottom just to make it a long sleeve top instead of a short sleeve top. So here I have my basic sleeve pattern all lined up, and so it's going to be kind of a narrow sleeve, so all I just needed to do was find the kind of arch area because I wasn't going to do that myself, and then I was going to make it so that it can be nice and more skinny tight. So yeah. What I do know that I want to do is add a sleeve. So I was thinking, here's my sleeve that I just drafted. I was thinking of just adding it to it like this, so that it could be like a long sleeve top. With my sleeve draft pattern, I then cut it out onto the fabric. So far it kind of looks like this. I kind of like it. Okay, so now I'm going to use my seam ripper and just get rid of all of that. And you can see that this is the way they finish the seams, so we'd undo that. Then we can put on our sleeves. When I was done, I kind of just realized that there was a lot of excess fabric, and it would just make more sense if I tore up the side seams. So after it kind of looked something like this, and that's when I decided to sew on the sleeves first, and then I would sew down the sides. A fitted tee look, so I took one of my fitted tees and I traced that, and then sewed the side seams. I tried adding a ruched detail in the middle, but it didn't really work out, as you can see here, so I'm going to retry that right now. I love this floral top. It's perfect for spring or summer. As you know, the weather has been getting warmer lately, so I'm very excited to wear this top soon, and I think that this was a successful thrift flip.
Now onto this cute yellow dress. This dress is already super cute as a dress, but I don't wear dresses that often, so I'll be turning this into a cute top with some matching accessories. I'm going to start by removing the zipper that goes down the side of the dress. I'm using my seam ripper to carefully take out the zipper, as I don't want to ruin the dress material or the zipper. I'll save a zipper for a later project and continue modifying the dress. I'm going to cut across the dress about 11 inches from the neckline. This is accounting for about a ½ inch of seam allowance. If you're doing something similar, the exact length is up to you, of course. This is just my personal preference for this piece. Because we've taken the zipper out from the side, we have to make sure that there's still a way to get the top on. We're going to do this by cutting out a section on the back and adding a stretchy panel of shirred fabric in the back. We'll come back to how to shirr, but first I must reconnect the sides and hem what I have so far. Shirring is when you use elastic thread in the bobbin and sew in parallel lines to bunch up the fabric and make it stretchy. Because the fabric will get bunched up, you will need about 1.5 times the width of the area you're trying to cover. I need about an 8-inch wide panel, so I'm going to cut a 12-inch wide piece of fabric from the skirt of the dress. It's a little hard to see here, so I'll link some good tutorials in the description below. Here's the finished shirred panel. As you can see, it's nice and stretchy and will help me get the shirt on over my head. All I have to do now is sew it. And here we have the finished top. I did have a little bit of the skirt left over, so I went ahead and made a matching scrunchie and mask. Next, onto the brown corduroy dress. I plan on making this dress into a cute little skirt. As you can see on this dress, the buttons are on the side, however I'd like to see if I can adjust that so the buttons are in the middle. I'm going to cut a bit above the waistline so that I can use the bodice part to create a nice waistband. Now that I have it cut, the first thing I'm going to want to do is remove this top button so that I can fold down the material and sew the waistband. There are probably many better ways to do this, but since it won't be showing, this works fine. This is the waistband, ready to be sewn with my cute new sewing clips. The skirt's a little long, so I'm going to shorten it from the bottom and then trim off the excess, and here's the completed skirt. I really love the brown corduroy look, so I'm very excited to wear this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy our content, subscribe to our channel and follow us on TikTok and Instagram.